Stepping through the spinning doorway of echoes, Noki and Annie passed the point of no return. They were no longer in the maze, but in the echo heart itself, a vast, living chamber carved like the inside of an ancient, luminescent seashell. Luminous lines pulsed across the ribs of the shell, breathing in time with a distant, powerful heartbeat. Even Kai Bang, the little blue flame, dimmed its light, humbled by the sheer presence of so many contained voices. The chamber was beautiful, yet fragile. Beneath their feet, a shallow pool reflected words like shattered constellations. These were the names and connections held here. Noki and Annie stopped at a word that shimmered, half-complete, its letters flickering in and out of existence. Annie soft, emotional.
We'll fill in your middle soon.
Noki small smile, nods. The word was frind, the key to Noki's identity, still missing its core, waiting for the echo of a forgotten life. Then, the sound threads began to weave. From the very air, frequencies gathered and spun, knitting themselves into a shape. Standing before them was a girl, Lyra, her skin made of translucent waveform. Strands, her eyes shining like tiny, gentle starbursts of pure harmony. As she smiled, the lighting shifted, bathing the chamber in a protective warmth. Lyra, voice of many, gentle resonance.
Welcome, listeners.
Lyra was the chamber's custodian, the living container for every voice that had been lost, kept safe from the void. As she spoke, tiny, luminous echoes, a lullaby, a laugh, a distant hello, briefly bloomed from her ribs, living staff lines tracing music along her arms. Lyra.
I am made from voices that needed holding. Some stayed, some left.
Annie.
Can voices be people?
Lyra, sad brightness.
When they're all that's left.
With a gesture, Lyra drew forth a memory, a shimmering vision of a storm shore. Two small children laughing. It was the familiar, recurring motif they'd heard since the start of their journey. The image condensed, sinking into Lyra's chest as a glowing knot of sound. In its center, they could see a tiny silhouette, a silver-haired girl. Lyra, gentle, profound.
She was small, brave, lost. The sea kept her, and so did I.
Noki, barely a whisper, reaching for the truth.
See, her.
The missing piece of his word, the IE, was right here, held within the girl who held his sister's final echo. A mural of light illuminated the chamber's walls, showing to stark paths. In one, Lyra unspooled into a shower of released voices, free but fragmented. In the other, she remained bright but caged. The children had to understand the choice they were asking her to make. Lyra.
If I go free, voices return to where they belong. But what was woven from them? Phrase.
The truth was clear. The fragments of Noki's own memories were stitched to Lyra. Her freedom could unravel him. Noki, driven by a deep longing, reached toward the glowing knot. His fingers entered it like water, drawing out a single bar of harmony. For a heart-stopping moment, his word friend almost completed itself, but the middle tore off in cyan sparks. A tear in the woven sound, Lyra wincing, protective.
He stitched me in places.
The keeper's influence, the residue of the entity that collected lost sounds, still clung to this place. The chamber rippled, showing an echo projection of the echo keeper, a looming profile of shadow and foam, intoning the ancient, rigid rules of this place. Keeper echo ambient, resonating.
To free the chorus, pay with a chord, give a memory, gain a name.
Annie frowns, stepping forward.
A trade isn't love, it's loss.
Annie understood that real freedom couldn't be bought with a sacrifice that harmed her friend. Lyra stepped closer, her face momentarily separating into overlapping voices before resolving into a single, pleading expression. Lyra.
I don't want to keep what belongs to the world, but pieces of me are not mine to give back alone.
Annie, quietly brave, looking at Noki.
We can help, but not if it erases him.
The chamber responded to their sincere intention. Two sigils rose from the pool, representing the two choices: release petals spinning outward and hold a ring closing inward. The fate of Lyra and potentially Noki's identity rested on their choice. Diddy Annie's eyes met Noki's. He nodded, brave but deeply uncertain. Diddy Annie didn't choose a sigil. Instead, she cupped Kai Bang, the little flame, and spoke clearly to Lyra, her voice unwavering. Diddy Annie,
Your freedom matters. His memories matter. We won't choose one to break the other.
her words exited her mouth as rose gold glyphs that braided with Lyra's strands of sound, strengthening them rather than tearing them. The chamber calmed, the wavering chord resolving to a single, warm note of harmony. Lyra gently touched Noki's forehead. A faint "I," the missing middle of his word, glowed for a moment between FR and ND, but it didn't fully lock. It was a promise, not a completion. Lyra,
Your sister's laugh lives here. Your word will return when she does.
Noki teary smile, hope restored.
Then we find her.
Lyra had found a third way, a ring of tiny, unnecessary voices, those that could be released safely, detached from her and swirled outward, returning to far-off memories, rehoming themselves. Lyra dimmed slightly with each one, becoming weaker but more herself. Lyra soft, true.
Compassion costs. I'm willing.
In response to Lyra's selfless act and the children's compassion, the shell ribs of the chamber opened like blooming petals. Lines of sound aligned into a new, pulsing spiral passage, leading deeper into the heart. The chamber brightened, steadying itself. Lyra had been diminished, but the path was open. Knowing she might still fade as the other echoes found their way home, Lyra made a final gift. She drew a tiny shard of light from her own throat, a voice crystal the size of a teardrop, containing a soft, clear la. She placed it into Diddy Annie's small, waiting hand. Lyra warm, her voice softer now.
To remember Nephi Faye.
Diddy Annie closing her fist over the crystal, determined.
I won't let you.
The crystal resonated with Diddy Annie's own musical motif, becoming a part of her. The spiral passage hummed, beckoning them forward. Kai Hang's blue flame pointed inward, guiding the way. Lyra stood, dimmer but smiling, having given all she had. Their journey had only just begun. Join us next time for Episode 8, The Threat of a Sister, where Noki and Diddy Annie follow the spiral passage to find the sister Lyra held safe, and finally complete the word friend. Don't forget to like and subscribe.